Hello everyone and welcome back to a Terraria tutorial. Today we're going to be showing you how to summon, defeat, and some of the drops of the first spirit mod boss, aka Scarabeus. He's a giant scarab. That's really all you need to know. Anyways, now to summon Scarabeus, you're going to have to acquire the sacred item. And to get this summoning device, you're going to need either one sapphire or one topaz and combine it with 3 antlion mandibles at a demon altar. Now, if you don't know much about these things, sapphires and topaz both spawn in the underground layer of Terraria, or the caverns layer. And they're somewhat easy to spot out. They can get a little tough because they have a basic stone / blue and yellow texture. And antlion mandibles you can get from antlions, or antlion chargers, or antlion swarmers. Now antlions spawn on the surface of the desert, and antlion swarmers and chargers spawn in the underground desert. After you get these items, you then have to take them to a demon altar, which is the crafting device you need to make the idol, and then you're ready to summon it. Or are you ready? And you might be if you're like a masochist or just really good at the game. But if you're just a mediocre or a new player, kind of like me, and mediocre, then there are some necessary steps you want to take before fighting this boss. Now, to give a bit of a backstory, Scarabeus is known as one of the hardest early game bosses ever because of some of its attacks. I'll get onto those later when I actually start to almost fight the boss. But what you need to know now is that you want to prepare for it. Now, I would recommend having 3 potions on: the regeneration potion, the iron skin potion, and the swiftness potion. These are all 3 potions that can help you, as swiftness makes you go faster, which you can avoid the projectiles. Regeneration makes you heal faster, obviously, and iron skin just makes your defense stronger, which is really good. Now, I would also recommend campfires for your arena too, since those are very useful. And considering it is the desert, it's a lot easier to make these platforms. Now, after all these preparations, I would still recommend you to get in the range of 240 to 300 health with life crystals, just because this boss is a lot more painful than a lot of others, especially like King Slime and I Have Cthulhu. And depending on if you're a mage, I would say, yeah, get like at least half of the mana stars needed to get full, just because it's really hard. And summoner recommendations for summoner: go to the what's it called, the reach biome, and get the little thingy. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's a briar spirit. That's what it is. A briar spirit staff, because those are pretty useful. And melee's melee. I can't really recommend anything. Maybe chain knife. That'd be pretty good. So right before the fight, there's a couple things to mention. First of all, the Scarabeus has 3 main attacks. It summons little scarabs, which do a little bit of damage and can be annoying, but are pretty easily avoidable. It jumps up and down and can pounce on you, which is kind of hard, but it's not too hard unless you factor in its third attack. It spawns little beams of light, like really little tiny beams that track you at a really slow speed. And even though they are slow, they do upwards of 50 damage in expert mode, which is just kind of insane. And I would recommend to make an arena and get Hermes boots and other movement accessories so you can easily dodge from this boss. For my armor for the fight, I had the leather armor, which gives you 2 defense for your helmet, 2 defense for your chest plate, and 1 defense for your legs. So 5 in total. Now, its effects is that it gives you 4% range damage increase, a 2% range critical strike chance increase, and 3% movement speed increase. And if you had all the armor, which I did, the set bonus is it increases range damage by 3%. Now, to get the full set, you need 14 old leather, and you need to craft it at a workbench. And to get old leather, you get, I would say, 1 to 2 from zombies at night, which is about, I think, a 25% chance. I could be wrong. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that you need a grappling hook just to get more mobility and movement, and that's it. For my accessories, I had the climbing claws, which allowed you to slide down on walls. I had a shackle, which gives you around 1 to 2 defense, depending on what you have. I got the Hermes boots, which increases your movement speed greatly. I have the regeneration ring, which increases your rate of regeneration. And I have the cloud in the bottle to give me a double jump for extra mobility. And for the weapons, I used the Husk Stock Bow, which is around 15 damage with just base. And I used the Briar Spirit as my summon. And now that we know what we have and all our setup, let's get right into the fight. So as we can see, pretty good fight when you're pretty well prepared. And I got the Scarabeus, which is a bow that shoots out little scarabs after they hit the ground. I got Chinton fragments, which is good, and I got the Chinton charm, or whatever it's called, that lets you have more minions and more minion damage stuff, which is pretty cool overall. Now for the drops of Scarabeus, you can get 25 to 35 Chinton, which we only got 25 or 26. Which is kind of bad. You can get the Scarab Blade, which probably releases scarabs untouched. You can get the Scarabeus, which we got and we know it does already. You can get the Ornate Staff, which would have helped really good with the treasure bag item, which increased the minion damage and slot size. The Gilded Idol, which is used for one of the strongest weapons in the game, at least later down the line. And similarly, Fall's Lost Blade can also be upgraded super well in the future. And just the mask and the trophy, which, are standard for every boss. And of course, the treasure bag if you're in expert mode. Pretty standard stuff for a boss drop. Now, to give a final word on Scarabeus, I would say that while it can be really tough in the beginning, it's really easily taken down if you're well enough prepared. And while some people might be like, well, I have to prepare a lot, you really don't have to in the end. You just need enough health, dodging skills, accessories, and weapons to do good. And so, in the end, I would rate Scarabeus probably a 6 out of 10. Just because, while it's pretty average, it does challenge you a little bit more than most bosses would at its stage of progression. Now, there'll probably be more videos like this coming up because, you know, I have a huge Spirit mod project I really want to go through with. And, you know, Spirit mod devs, if you're listening, beta. I didn't sign up for it because I forgot to, but beta. Anyways, like, subscribe, and share with friends if you really liked it, and comment down below if you have anything you want to see. My name is Just the Joe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.